Welcome to LinkedUp, Breaking Boundaries in Education, a podcast that focuses on what is happening in education today, connecting everyone to the movers and shakers that are breaking boundaries in the education arena.
Welcome to LinkedUp, Breaking Boundaries in Education. I'm Jerry Kimball with my co-host, Jamie Saponaro, and we are so happy to have you join us today. We're super excited about this segment because we're talking about ways that you can take care of yourself in ways that you've never thought of. So today we have three so vibrant ladies with us that are going to tell you about some unique ways that you can participate in some self-care. First of all, we have with us Kris Burkholder. She is a school counselor. She has been in school counseling for several years. She's from Kansas. She has been a leader in school counseling. She's held several leadership positions in the state of Kansas. She has traveled throughout the country and she presents to counselors everywhere, showing her leadership. Now, what she's going to talk to us about today is super exciting, something I had never heard of, and I can't wait to hear about it, and it is laughter yoga. I'm excited to hear about how it works and if she does that with her students as well. Hopefully, she'll lead us in a little laughter yoga as we go. But Kris, we are excited to have her with us. She will share some of those tools with us as we go through the day. So the second guest is Jennifer Giamo. She is a certified personal trainer with a master's degree in nutrition. She is the founder of Trainers in Transit, and she has been training people in Fortune 500 companies and around the country. Recently, she has really expanded her business throughout Los Angeles and online. And she has taken her business to a new level by being very innovative. She has been on Live with Kelly and Ryan and the Rachael Ray Show. She has some new innovative programs such as Fresh Start Fitness and Breakup Bootcamp. I'm excited to hear about these innovations that she is doing and some of the programs that she has created to help people heal when they're going through some really rough times. And our final guest is Chrisley Hervin, and she is an artist that works with a company called Me Creative. And Me Creative has been around for a while. It is a company that you can actually upload a picture that you have and turn it into a painting. It's really fun. I'm just going to show you really quickly what that looks like. I discovered it during COVID, and I uploaded a picture of my daughter, and her company turns it into a paint by number because I certainly could not paint anything that well. Oh. And so what it does is
cool.
This company's been around for a long time, but during COVID, it really exploded because people are using this kind of art to help them just stabilize and calm down. So all of our guests today have some really unique ideas of how to just calm down and feel good and find some solace in this really difficult time. So we're so happy to have you all here today. And I'm so excited to hear all the messages that you have to share. And we're going to start with Kris. So Kris, laughter yoga. My goodness, girl, I've never heard of laughter yoga.
I've heard of hot yoga, but laughter yoga, that's a new one. Naked yoga, I've heard of that too. But I hope we're not doing that today. I hope not.
We won't do that.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And you think about it, people say laughter is the best medicine, right? So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kris, tell us, how did you even hear about this? Give us a little background and why laughter yoga?
I know it sounds weird, right?
Uh-huh.
But I was at a KCA, Kansas Counseling Association convention in Canada several years ago. And it was at the very end of the day. And, it's like, I just want to go back to the hotel room. I was tired. And I decided to go to one more session. And I signed up and went to laughter yoga. And from that day, I have been hooked on it. I came back from the convention and I thought I have to be trained in laughter yoga so that I can teach it and I can take it back to the schools and in the nursing homes or wherever I want to do it. And so I searched and found, got hooked up with a lady by the name of Ellen Mercer and went to a training in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and became certified as a laughter yoga leader. My goal is it was invented in 1995 by Dr. Kataria in India. And I would love to go to India and train with him sometime. He does do trainings in India.
How long is the training?
With him, it would be 5 to 6 days if you go with his training. My training in Tulsa was 2.5 days.
Yes. Wow. So what are some of the benefits of this?
Well, first of all, laughter yoga, it's kind of a unique exercise routine that combines unconditional laughter with yogic breathing. So it's really not a lot of yoga moves, but the yoga comes in it through the breathing. The ideas behind it is that anyone can laugh for no reason. You don't have to have humor. You don't have to have video. It's just unconditional laughing. It uses eye contact and childlike playfulness, so that laughter turns into real laughter. It kind of becomes contagious. And it's a scientific fact that your body can't distinguish between real laughter and fake laughter. So the motto is kind of you fake it till you make it, but you get the same health benefits. And, I just think in our society today, there are so much, we're such a competitive society and we have a lot of stress and anxiety, negative situations for students at school or at home. We have a lot of loss and fear and tension and anxiety. And, stress, 70 to 80% of our illnesses in the United States are stress related. And laughter yoga can help with all of that.
Do you do this with your students?
I do it with our students. Students love it. We do laughter yoga sessions with staff. Now this year with COVID, it's been a little bit different. But yes, we've done it with staff and with students as well.
Have you ever done it over Zoom?
I have not done it over Zoom. So I was just thinking that we need to do that.
Can we try it?
Yeah.
Are you all up for it?
I am.
Sure, let's do it.
I could use some laughter.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
So in a laughter yoga session, like the first 5-10 minutes would be warm up, then about 15-20 minutes of exercise, and then 10 minutes of like meditation. So one of the warm ups, we do a lot of chanting. So you're going to do this with me. It's going to go ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And so we do a lot of chanting. When we get done with an exercise, that's kind of our key to come back. But since we're educators, you have to pretend. You have to pretend in laughter yoga. So we're going to pretend that you just got an envelope in the mail. Okay. And in that envelope is your paycheck. And so we're going to open up our paycheck and we're going to look at it. Sometimes our pain we have to laugh at, right? One of the exercises that the kids like is you scold someone with your laughter. So you don't talk, but it's only with your laughter. So you're getting on to someone.
Oh, okay. Oh. Put the dishes away. All right,
Do what?
Put the dishes away.
Yes. Another one is we show appreciation with your laughter. So we usually move around the room and we go around the room. We give someone a high five or the thumbs up, and you're not going to talk, but you're going to show how much you appreciate through your laughter. So I appreciate all of you. exercises.
Fun.
Okay, yeah.
That was so fun.
That's really cute.
And
Yeah.
the breathing, we do a lot of deep breaths and, laughter as well. And so that's where the breathing comes in.
That's really good because in other yoga classes, sometimes you'll have that, the giggle moment, right? And you don't mean to, and you're disturbing everybody, but here it's encouraged. And it actually has its benefits. I guess it brings about endorphins, I suppose, more so than...
It increases your blood circulation and oxygen. They have done studies with heart attack patients, and they have found that it expands your blood vessels, promotes circulation, reduces blood pressure. Laughter boosts your immune system. They've done a lot of research with cancer patients, and it increases the number of natural killer cells in the blood. It reduces stress, and it's a big mood elevator. It puts you in a good mood.
School staffs, like a professional development day. Have you ever done something like this?
I have. I've talked at several school districts, and we have done, went there for a day and did, or half a day and did professional development. So yes, I love to do that. Would love to come in, and it also can be used in businesses.
Sure.
I'm reaching out to businesses now with the COVID. It's a little bit different, but there are some businesses that will start out their day with laughter yoga, and they said that it's increased their productivity.
I think you could do this over Zoom with a staff. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think so too.
Shorter session, and if you had space to move around, I bet you could really do that.
Yeah, and it works a lot better if you are moving around. You can do the different breathing and things. And I always like to tell a little bit more about the history and kind of, about it so that they understand. But yes.
But no time have we needed this more than now.
Yes, exactly.
We need a little laughter for sure.
Let's talk to Jenn for a second. Jenn, you are a nutritionist, you are a healthcare fitness expert, you're an influencer on social media. I follow you. You've taken so many of your passions and you've worked them into solutions, and you've worked them into different innovative programs. What are some of these, and what are some of the tips that you can give us for self-care that you have actually tested out with your clients?
Thanks, Jamie. A lot. I have a lot of tips. That's why I had asked you how much time I have. So I don't take up everyone's time in this, but yeah, just to tell you a little bit about you mentioned some of the innovative programs and things that I've been doing. And with COVID, I think that a lot of these things are now kind of coming into play. Whereas when I was creating them, that wasn't necessarily the intention, but one of them being a program called Fresh Start Fitness. And Fresh Start Fitness was something that I created kind of based on a personal experience of mine. And it's just a simple guided online program that takes you through 4 different steps. And it's meditation, it's yoga, it's cardio and strength training, and it's nutrition. So if you go on to look at Fresh Start Fitness, you'll see different videos, you'll see audio. Well, you'll hear audio for the meditation. The yoga is actually taught by someone other than me because I wasn't certified at the time when I was doing this.
You are now, though.
I am now. Yeah.
I've seen your pictures of doing yoga on the beach. Also, very impressive.
Yeah. So that's been a kind of a fun add-on, and I can talk about that a little bit too. But everything else is taught by me. You get all these downloadable workbooks that you can journals and nutrition. We don't really have like a meal plan or a food plan, but it's more of a nutrition guide that's applicable to everyone as far as like food behaviors and habits that you can implement into your daily life. So Fresh Start Fitness was like a big undertaking for me. And now I feel like it has so much more relevant applications. Like it was really kind of meant to be for people going through change and transition in their life, whether it's a new job, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a divorce, whatever is happening, in those phases of your life. But now I think we're all going through this huge transition, right? So I think you can take some of those strategies and implement them with this whole stay-at-home thing, and people who are dealing with kids at home and working at the same time. And I don't know how parents are doing it. I don't have any kids. I have 2 dogs. So I really feel for, all of my friends who are dealing with that. So I think, they're quick. All these steps are, 20 to 30 minutes. It's meant to be done at your own pace. So it's, pretty like self-guided for the most part. And I just think it helps, all the different, even if it's one step that you just focus on the meditation, you do that for 4 weeks, and then you go to the next step, which is the yoga. And it's, again, kind of basic, but everything's in a progression. So you're starting with, the step 1, and it's basic guided meditation. Maybe it's 5 minutes, and then we take you to, the next time you do it, it's 8 minutes, and then it's 10 minutes. So you kind of can, I don't know, it just gives you like a sense of groundedness and feeling like you can respond to all these other things that are out of our control right now, which is a lot, right? And then you go into the yoga and you start moving your body a little bit more. And then the cardio and the strength is my favorite. That's like my jam. I love teaching that. I just feel like getting your body moving in that way, and really like, you talked about boosting those endorphins and your serotonin, all those really feel good hormones. That step of this program really does that. And again, you could take it at your own pace. You can do, if you can only do a few minutes of it, you do a few minutes of it. And then the next time you go back, maybe you do a little bit more. So everything is meant to be doable, right? Like, so you don't want to feel more overwhelmed by implementing something new, right?
And I think that's important too, because a lot of people, always say you go on a diet, you go off a diet. It can't be a diet. It can't be just a program that you're just going to like start and end. It has to be something that is embedded into your everyday life, because otherwise it's just something that it's a fad, right?
Exactly. And that's kind of what I teach with all of my, of course my dog now is like whipping around the house like crazy. He was quiet through like, okay, go. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, I take a holistic approach to everything that I do, and I'll kind of get into that when I talk about the self-care tips. But yeah, I mean, people that, January 1st is like my biggest nemesis, because everyone does these New Year's resolutions. It's like, yeah, it's great for business, but it doesn't have any lasting long-term effects. You're making those same resolutions year after year after year. And why? Right. Because you didn't stick to them the first time. So it's like, I always tell people, like, don't start on a Monday. Don't wait for January 1st. Like, just do it. Right. And I feel like we're in a time right now where, there's no schedules. There's no, everybody is kind of so up in the air with their life that just do it. Just start. Why not be healthy? Why do we need to eat and drink our way through this quarantine? Yeah. We don't, So anyway, I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that. So some of the other programs that I'm offering now, again, like kind of pivoting and shifting in my business, doing all Zoom training, taking my personal training business, and it's all on Zoom now, which is a challenge, but I think it's still effective. I feel like it is. My clients seem to respond well. And then I'm doing small groups too. So it's funny, I have a lot of clients who were one-on-one clients in the city in New York that now have gone home to their families, and their whole family is doing the workouts together with them on Zoom. Yeah. So that's been really, really fun. I love that. It's just like a good way to stay connected, in somewhat of a live setting, And then the other thing that I recently started this past summer was this women's wellness group. So I've created sort of an online women's wellness group where I use tools from a digital platform, and then I incorporate my own nutrition coaching and fitness coaching through a private Facebook page. And then we do weekly Zoom. We do like these accountability calls every week. And the group we have 60 women in this group. And it's amazing to see the connection. Like, this is the most fun I think I've had coaching clients. And it's not even, again, it's all virtual. But to see them interact with each other and support each other in whatever their goals are, they all have different goals, whether it's weight loss, it's more energy, it's just, feeling better, getting like a clean sort of eating pattern down. And they all get in this group and on this page, and they like are answering each other's questions, and they're sharing recipes, and they're doing all these really cool things. So that's been fun. We do a lot of fitness challenges through that. We do special programs. And then I kind of do separate, even within that group of 60 women, I still do specific exercise modifications for people that have, shoulder injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of like, in a nutshell, the stuff that I've been doing as far as like making my business transition into this new environment.
Which, I think it's interesting because even though we have to be separated and quarantined, this type of group that you're running is actually making people more connected probably than they would have been. So it's almost like a silver lining, an ironic silver lining, right? So it's great because, a lot of times with self-care, we do need some support, right? So I think that's part of the challenge. And, that seems to be offering that. I know that stretching is something that you are very big on. I always feel like it's something extra, but I always, whenever I do it, I feel like a different person when I really spend the time just on the stretching. And honestly, the first time I really focused on it was last year, almost about this time, when I saw you on Kelly and Ryan. And the funniest skit, we should probably show it. It wasn't a skit. It looked like a skit because they're cuckoo, right? And they did not make your job easy, by the way. It was almost like laughter stretching, what we were seeing there. It was hysterical. And then afterward too, you showed a little clip of you in Ryan's dressing room showing this awesome stretch that I do from my hip, which is great. Can you talk a little bit about stretching too and the importance of that with self-care?
Yeah, with the foam roller and stuff. Yeah. Definitely. And you have a good memory, Jamie. That was like almost exactly this time last year.
So hard. Oh, it was like their January theme.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yep. And it was really fun. But yeah, and that was partner stretching and showing how you can kind of do different things at home with your spouse or your kids or, whatever. But in general, and this is the thing, everyone skips the stretch. Do your workout, you go for a run, and you're done. You're showered, you're done. And it's like the most important thing to do at the end is do the stretch. Number one, it helps to prevent injuries, right? So you don't want to be in a situation where, we're already stuck in the house, right? And now you're injured and it actually happened to me, believe it or not, this summer. I had a really bad back injury. And I was able to heal it. I was going to the chiropractor, but I was able to heal it myself through stretching, like really controlled. I do like a lot of controlled stretches and, and I kind of do head to toe. So for all of us that are like sitting all the time now at our desks and we're like this, everybody tends to have this rounded shoulder thing going on, right? You have your head forward and your shoulders are rounded. So what's happening is we're sort of over stretching our back muscles and we're tightening our chest and shoulder muscles. So you want to like open up. So like I don't know if you want me to show you something right now. You can do seated.
Nope. Yeah. Please.
Okay.
I've got
So something just really simple that feels really good is you clasp your hands behind your back and you just kind of put your hands at the base of your head. And then you start to draw your elbows together. So without jutting your head forward. So your head is pressing into your hands pressing into your head. And then the elbows start to draw back. And you should feel that in your shoulders, the front of your shoulders, right? Yeah. And then from that same position, all you're going to do is just drop your chin and let the weight of your hands bring your chin to your chest. And you should feel a nice stretch in your cervical spine, like all the way up from your shoulders to, through your neck.
Nice.
Right.
It's funny that you said that because I know of a soccer player, a high schooler. She was in agony. They thought it was an anxiety attack. So much pain. She had to leave in the middle of the game. It was really, really bad. She went to the doctor and the doctor put his fingers right in her chest and she He said, yeah, you cracked this because you're on your phone. He sees it every day with kids who are like this in this position.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So it is so important to just be aware of your body. And I was going through neck pain, right, Jerry? We talked about this.
Oh, yes.
I was going through neck pain so much. My dad made me this lift from my computer. And now I actually do mostly standing, as you can see. I have a standing desk.
Yeah.
Because I can't, I have scoliosis. So I really have to be aware and do stretching all the time. And you know what? Sometimes when I realize I didn't get my workout in and I'm so tired, I will do stretching at least. And I feel like,
that's great.
You know, at least I'm getting that and my body feels better.
Totally. And it just makes you feel more like once your muscles are relaxed, your mind can kind of relax too. I would say like just the one thing to point out is like if you are just doing stretching and you're, you know, say you wake up in the morning and you just want to stretch, you want to do like dynamic stretching first just to get your muscles warm. You never want to do static stretching when your body is cold. So that's just one thing to think of. And you could even actually do it. You could take a hot shower and that's going to warm up your muscles the same as a workout would. So then you can do static stretching after that. But yeah, it's so important. And it's so important, like, to, like you were saying, you know, you're like this on your phone, even like we forget about our forearms and how much tension are in the forearms. You can take a foam roller, put it on a table and just roll your forearms. You could do it with a tennis ball. You can do the backs of your forearms that way too. And it just really loosens up all the, you know, you'd be surprised. Like it changes like your grip strength. It changes just kind of how you work. So, oh my God, this dog is just.
You're so right. Like even like my hands sometimes, if I realize I'm on my phone too much, like I will get cramps on my hands.
You get cramps in your thumbs. Yep. Just doing anything.
Head to toe, you're saying everything.
Everything, head to toe, things that you wouldn't even think of. And then there's trigger point therapy too that I, just started doing. I'm certified in corrective exercise as well. So I do a lot of trigger point stuff where like you would do, like, let's say you want to open up the shoulder and the chest, you would take your 2 or 3 fingers, you go right underneath your clavicle, right underneath your collarbone, you'd bring your arm across, right, to create that tension. And then you press in there as you open it up. And you just do those a few times and just kind of move your finger down along like the line of your armpit sort of, and you'll feel, you'll feel it start to open. It takes a little bit, especially because we're all so tight in that area. Yeah. But if you do that a couple times a day, just you're sitting at your computer, just do it, you know, just kind of, you'll just feel so much better. I mean, there's a million different stretches I can show you for like, you know, all of us who are getting that tech neck and tech shoulders and all that. But yeah, it's super important. And again, it just makes you feel when your body and your muscles are relaxed and you're not carrying, like we all carry stress somewhere in our bodies, right? They say like emotional stress you carry like in your hips and your lower back. And then like mental stress you carry in your shoulders and your neck. So yeah, it's so important to just kind of go head to toe through that.
Wow. This is just what I needed. What I needed.
Too. I mean, that's a game changer because, and I think, like you said, taking the time, being mindful of it and not just getting it in, because it is not only great for your muscles and your body, but also for your mind as well. I think I'm going to try that too, is just try to make it a part of, do a little type of warm up first, but then stretch before going to bed, because my mind, like I have to talk myself to sleep. I have to like get everything out of my head. But I would love to get the stretching in to get my mind kind of at ease first.
Yeah, it really, really, I mean, I do it like just something simple that I do as like a daily practice for me. Like I do meditation a lot and I'll do a meditation in the morning, but then I'll do a meditation at night for sleep because same as you, like my mind is always going. So I'll do like a sleep meditation that takes you through a body scan. So as you're breathing, you're relaxing different parts of your body. And there's different techniques, like there's the contract and release technique where you're going to like contract those muscles, breathe, and then exhale and release them. And that again is like that progression from head to toe. And it's just, and it also, your mind has to focus on that. So you can't be thinking about other things, right?
That's why I fail. I fail at meditation, and I'm trying to be better, but I'll get into it for a second, and then I'll get these thoughts that I'm trying to like swat out of the way. And I just, I'm planning my day or whatever is going in my head. And I was successful for a little bit, kind of designating time, but I feel like time is less and less. So it is something I have to work on, because meditation is really, I know, and because when I was successful at it, it's so effective for self-care.
Yeah, it's something that you can use, not just in the moment. Like I've suffered for a long time with anxiety. I have pretty bad anxiety. And that was when I started a meditation practice years ago, but really got more. And it used to be where I would do the meditation and it was like checking it off my list. Okay, I meditated today, check. Right. But then it makes no sense. It's almost like having like, a bookshelf full of self-help books, but you never actually implement what you read. Right. So you can learn how to meditate and you could do the meditation, but the most important part is to, when you are in that anxious state, to remember your breath and remember your meditation, right? So it's not just doing it in the moment, which is super helpful too, but it's to revisit that when you're in a situation that causes you anxiety.
Yes, so. I know. I got to work on it.
We can do some one-on-one. I can do some Zoom guided meditation with you, Jane.
Oh. All right. Let's do it, because I need to get this. I'm constant. So, okay. All right. So exciting. And what Jerry is so creative. I loved, Jerry, when you did your, you took in one of the meetings, you took someone's words and ideas and you did like a little, like, I don't know what it was. And then you captured on video and I was so amazed. You're very creative. You're very talented. So I guess that's how you found.
Yes. So that is what relaxes me, is to get those creative juices out there. I love to be creative. And Kris Lee, I'm so excited to hear from you. So you represent Me Creative today, and that's how I found you, looking for an outlet to be creative. Tell us a little bit about Me Creative. And I know there's a lot of research behind your company, because I read your newsletters all the time. I can't wait till they come. I get excited.
Yeah, definitely. Me Creative is a wonderful company. They not only provide standard paint by numbers kits, but we also do the color pop kit and the diamond kits as well. I find that as an artist, I really resonate with the values that Me Creative has. And, especially during COVID times when we're not able to be close with our families, getting a paint by numbers kit by Me Creative, either for yourself or for your loved ones, can be a great way to relax and release tension that you're feeling through art and art therapy.
Right. Absolutely. I was showing my kids the Me Creative and I said, I just want to actually I heard on a TV show, it said, if you want to really relax, think about what you loved as a child. Mm-hmm. I loved to paint as a child. So that's really what brought me to that. I was thinking of my childhood and I was telling my kids, I'm going to find a paint by number. And they're like, oh, Mom, really? And I was showing them Me Creative and they said, oh, I want one of my dog. And my son said, I want one of my cat.
Yeah.
And loved them. I mean, they were just thrilled to get these. So, and I was thrilled to do it. And then I was like reaching out to friends. Can I do one for you? Can I do one for you?
Yeah. And like the product is like, it's more than just like, like a paint by numbers that you pick up at your typical craft store, because like our team and our artists, are very passionate about providing a high quality product for you. So the artists on our team that convert the pictures, especially for the color pop products that we provide, take the time to really make sure that the coloring and the picture is going to be as accurate as possible. That way, when you use our product and you do the paint by numbers process, you'll be very satisfied at the end. That way, when you finish the picture, you know, it comes out super nice, and when the colors are very vibrant. Our team is very selective about the artists on our team that handle those picture conversions for our customers.
Absolutely. And I know that one of the things I liked about it too was when you get the kit, all of the paint and everything is there for you.
Yep,
So
yep.
I didn't want to go out and have to buy paint and pick it out and all of that. So that would be difficult, I think.
Yeah.
So it all comes in one kit and you can just get started and get ready to go. And I had posted it on Facebook and I had several friends buy the kits afterwards because they just loved the idea. But what's some of the psychology and research behind it? What do you find? Is there any value in painting and doing that?
There is actually, and I can say that from being an artist myself and being into arts for a long time, and also like personal experience with like being in the medical field. I actually went to like nursing school. We've used art therapy to help our clients, especially de-stress, especially like, you know, imagine you're not just like painting like any picture. It's like a painting of your mom or your grandma or your dog. So while you're expressing yourself and releasing stress through this creative outlet, you're also like thinking of your loved ones, and it just produces a lot of positive thoughts as you're de-stressing and enjoying the product.
Absolutely. And then like your newsletters are so insightful as well, because you'll suggest books that creative people like to read and different that if you are that creative kind of person and you want to be pushed a little, it gives you some resources to look at. And I enjoy that as well. So your company is out of England, is it?
The company is based out of New York, but we do have a team in England. We actually are an international company, so we involve a lot of different, we have a lot of different members on our team from America, England, the Philippines. So we really believe that there's no boundary in, I guess you could say like land has no boundaries for the employees that we resource. And we really try to pick members in our team that we feel will provide the best service for all of our fans who love Me Creative.
Absolutely. And you were telling me that one of the things you like about Me Creative is their values.
Oh, yeah. And I can definitely like see, I can see how their values are expressed through the quality of the product that we provide. It's not just we scan your picture and then 1, 2, 3, the numbers are there. We actually have members in our team who will trace and number and make sure that the colors are quality before we ship the product out to you. So we make sure and pick through our color palettes provided by our manufacturer that we're able to provide really good color layering and presentation. That way, even an amateur or a beginner at paint by numbers can produce a beautiful piece of art.
I'm creative, but on the digital side, I like creating web pages and things like that.
Yeah.
And it was so satisfying to me. But for me to have to draw something is frustrating because I'm so bad at it. So having a kit like this where everything is prepared, yet I can still feel creative and feel successful and have this end product is exactly right up my alley.
It takes out the stress of trying to figure out how to do the colors and how to do the layering. We do all of that for you. That way you can just sit down with our product and enjoy it with yourself, or send kits to your family and friends for them to enjoy as well.
I know that each one of you have so many great skills, and our listeners, I know personally, I just want to do what all of you have laid out for us. But
I know.
And I want to really just go around and have each of you tell us, how can we get a hold of each of you? Because I think listeners are going to want to get a hold of you. What is a good way to get a hold of you and learn more about what you are doing. So Kris, can we start with you? How could people get a hold of you? Maybe school districts or businesses?
Yeah. Probably the best way is either by phone or email right now. I'm actually working on a laughter yoga website. So that'll be up and running, and we'll do some exercises and stuff on that, but probably by email or phone number. My email is burkri@usd408.com. Or you can give me a call at 316-218-3014. And I would be excited to talk to anybody about the possibility of doing some laughter yoga with your group, whether it be in school or we do it with the elderly at like nursing homes too, or in a business. So I would enjoy that.
After hearing Jennifer, I think you could see how maybe you can get that on Zoom and get that.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Very inspiring. Yes. Jennifer, how can they reach you?
Yeah, sure. If they want to know about new things that we are doing, they can go to my website at trainersintransit.com.
Okay.
And then my email is jennifer@trainersintransit.com. We are going to offer a $25 gift card for anybody who enrolls in our online program in January.
Okay, so right before we put the podcast out, we will contact you and we can put that in the show notes.
Great. The other thing too is if they want to follow me on Instagram, that's probably actually even better than the website. I was going to
suggest that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at Jenn Giamo, JENNGIAMO, at Jenn Giamo on Instagram, and that actually probably will give them the most current updates on things that we're doing.
And Krisley, how can people get in touch with Me Creative?
People can get in touch with Me Creative through our online store, www.mecreative.com, or you can even contact us through our Facebook page. That would be /Me Creative. You can also check out our Instagram page as well. That is at me.creative. We offer free international shipping to all of our customers. So you're more than welcome to browse and check out what we have. And yeah, those are the places you can find us, and you can find our tutorial videos and our newsletters and all our fun information through those outlets.
Oh, thank you so much. And Jamie, I think this was just as fun as we thought it was going to be.
Yes. No, this is great. It's a perfect time of year to be able to, reflect on your habits and what you do and make sure that you carve out the time. And that's probably the trickiest part, but make that time to fit in whatever type of self-care fits your mood, is going to be beneficial to you, whether it's laughter yoga or stretching or meditation or through art. There's always something that's going to be speaking to you. It's just about finding the time and making sure that you deserve it. Carve out that time, carve out that space, and make it a reality. Just do it. Like Jenn said, just do it. It doesn't matter when, right? Just do it. So yep. I think that's the trick.
Well, thank you all for being on our show today. And it was exciting to be the first Zoom laughter yoga group for you, Kris.
Yeah.
Today too. So yes.
I hope you've learned from our mistakes.
Yeah. You've inspired me to put it on Zoom, to do some Zoom sessions.
I think you can do it. Yes, very much. So, well, thank you all. This was so much fun.
Great.
And
I'm
inspired very much by all of you. And this is, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving this week, and thankful for all of you because Jennifer, I think you said it best about women inspiring others and lifting them up. I love that about your Facebook page. I think it's so wonderful when we're all lifting each other up and sharing. And I think that's what I'm most thankful for this time of year is the other people that are lifting me up and pushing it forward. So thank you all three, and Jamie, you too, for lifting others up and doing that every day. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thanks so much. This was fun.
It was.
Thank you for listening. And if you would like to stay linked up, be sure to follow us on Apple and Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube.